Hello again. Today is Saturday, the 12th of August, July on Newzroom Afrika Channel 405. This is the Weekend Report. I'm Ayanda Nyati. We kick things off with politics this hour. The DA will convene its Gauteng Provincial Congress in Ekurhuleni today. Former Tshwane Mayor Msimanga will go up against DA member of the legislature Khume Ramulifho for the DA Gauteng leadership position, or leader position I should say. Our reporter Juniour Khumalo is at Birchwood Hotel, part of our team watching the story, and he joins us now live. And Juniour, how much of a contest really is it between the incumbent Msimanga and Khume Ramulifho?
Morning, Ayanda. I think if the conversations by the two candidates with the delegates are anything to go by, both parties are very confident about their chances today. We saw earlier when we spoke to the former Tshwane Mayor and the current, or should I say outgoing DA Gauteng leader, Msimanga. He was speaking to some of the delegates, and they were saying to him that Usoli uyabuya, meaning that Soli is coming back for a second term. But now we are standing with the man that he's going to be contesting, Khume Ramulifho, who is also speaking to some of the delegates around him. He is also in a jovial mood, saying that it's all but done. Like it's a given that he is going to close the conference as the new Gauteng leader. Mr. Ramulifho, thank you so much for joining us. What gives you this confidence to say that you are going to be the next DA Gauteng leader?
Good morning and greetings to also the viewer of Newzroom Afrika. So you could have seen how many delegates are coming when we're just waiting to do this interview. So that's actually a sign that people are going to rally behind me and give me their votes. That's why I'm confident that come end of the day, I'm going to close the Congress. I already had a conversation with a number of delegates, including my team. So we look at a number of scenarios, including the worst scenario, where if people don't come or people are saying yes, they will support you, or even when you give it to our opponent, I'm still leading. So I'm convinced that I'm going to close the conference because the offer which I'm giving, so they all believe that, based on my experience being in the party, the number of roles which I have performed when I was still leading in number of structures, being a student activist, being a DA youth leader, both at region, at province, at national level, also led the biggest region of the DA in the country, and proven a track record of success, because I led the 2014 elections, which will improve our support. I led the 2016 elections, which also improve our support. And until I decided to say, I've served, it's enough, let me allow other people to continue. So that's why people are coming to say, we're already proven that we can do the job. So how I relate to activists, as you can see, many of them feel like they can access me, we can talk, and that is me. And, as a leader, I usually say I'm not a celebrity. I'm a leader who will lead people, and you can't lead yourself. So you must lead people, so it means you must work with them. So what I need or expect from them, is to reignite the mood so that they go out on the ground, make sure that we recruit as many activists as possible, so that they will lessen the burden which we are going to have to reach many voters who are not registered, so that we persuade them, we motivate them so that they get registered and vote for the DA. So we'll be canvassing. And I also urge them to let's go out, let's fundraise so that we've got money to be able to be on the street and communicate our message, so that all residents in this province are aware of what is our offer, so that when they go and vote, they know what they're expecting from us, and also hold us to account, because we're saying we're not just asking for a mandate which is not going to be limited. It has to be based on, is it our offer being fulfilled? Are we making our voters happy? And if voters are not happy, we will tell them to say, you must hold us to account too. So that is the offer, and I'm saying I'm ready. I think this thing is already on the bag, but we need to follow due processes, allow delegates to register, and allow them also opportunity to go and vote. But I'm convinced it's a done deal.
You're already talking about canvassing for votes, which is looking forward to the 2024 national elections. What is the significance of Gauteng as a province in the upcoming elections?
All political parties will be looking at Gauteng and say, what is going to happen. As we have seen ANC has been declining, so the expectation is that ANC is not going to be in government. And what I want is the DA to be the one leading in this province, and that's why I'm going to galvanize support, reignite the mood, and attract as many activists to recruit more voters in this province. We've got a huge pool. You know, we've got almost 12 million eligible voters in the province, and about 6 million of them are not registered. So I'm saying we need to go and reach out to those unregistered voters. And remember, these are people which we stay with. You know, we play football with, we go to school with, we go to church with. They are saving in CPFs. So we just need to reach out to them so that we talk to them and persuade them and get registered. If we can get a huge number of unregistered voters to get registered and we canvass them, we're going to win the province without relying on coalition government. As you know, because people are thinking of coalition government based on the municipalities, but we've seen that number of these coalitions have not really worked to the satisfaction of the voters, because many political parties are more concerned about themselves rather than how do we then render services and serve our communities who want more services and support. So I want to go for an outright win, which is doable if we focus on the voters which are out there rather than the ones which are already playing around in already chosen number of political parties. So we want to reach out and get as many voters as possible to rally behind us, and we win province. That's why I'm convinced and confident it's going to be done, and the J is going to lead.
You spoke about coalitions. The assumption is that come 2024, Gauteng might be led by a coalition. And Mr. Msimanga says that as the former Tshwane mayor, he led a coalition there. He has experience in working in a coalition and galvanizing opposition parties to work together. And that's what makes him a better candidate. What are your thoughts on that?
In 2016, I was the regional chairperson of Johannesburg. I put the team together. It was a coalition agreement which we had. As you know, at the time, EFF supported us without signing or agreeing on it, just to say we will vote with you. I sat with coalition parties and say this is the DA position. So it's not like I might not have been in the executive at the time, but I was the leader who was facilitating the processes. And every now and then, ongoing conversation, relationship building with political parties. So I've managed to do that, and I will still continue. Even now as we speak, many political parties reach out when they need something. They come to me and say, this is what we want to see, what is your take? So it's about relationship management, and I'm an open-minded person. I relate to anyone because I know who I am, where I stand, because I'm a principled person. So it becomes easy. When you are principled, when you are focused, it becomes easy to engage with anyone on whatever issues they're putting on the table. So that's not really an issue. Talk about leadership qualities. Can you negotiate? Can you communicate? Can you work with everyone else? So that is what you need to do. So I've got those qualities, because even leading your own team, because it's not only about people who are from outside, doesn't necessarily mean that your own team will all be behind you, but you need to have a skill to rally them behind you. Like I usually give an example that when I first won the elections to lead Gauteng South region, which is now called Johannesburg, I won with 1 vote, but I unified the entire team. The next election when I stood, I was unopposed. That on its own tells you that is a quality of a leadership which I do possess. And that's what I'm saying. I'm going to continue, make sure that we rally everyone behind a common vision. And in the DA, we're saying we want to win 2024. Everyone must be on board. They must follow us. They must support us. And you just need to be open to new ideas so that you embrace them. And when people feel like they are valued, they are supported, they can express their views. That is how you win. Because sometimes the mistake which we usually make is that we think that because you are a leader, you own the entire wisdom. No, which is incorrect. You must listen to other people, but also reach out so that people feel like they are part of the team. And that is what I want to do. The vision which we have to win 2024 is something which we are now visualizing, and we believe that it's a perfect win which we are going to have in 2024.
Thank you so much, Mr. Khume, for your time. That is Khume Ramulifho, who is one of the contestants who's vying for the Gauteng DA leader position. He will be going up against Msimanga, who we spoke to earlier in the day. Both candidates seem to be confident of an outright win today. The program is expected to get underway at 9 o'clock. There will be an opening address by the DA leader, John Steenhuisen, who's expected to be here. The DA Federal Council chairperson, Helen Ziller, is also expected to be here today. Back to you in studio, Ayanda.
Juniour Khumalo, part of our team, live to us there from Ekurhuleni, more specifically at the Birchwood Hotel. For now, Juniour, thanks very much indeed.